and we are ready to get into this one. Mo Farah, what are your predictions coming into this series? Well, actually, first I want to take it back a minute and ask you what your predictions were coming into this bracket and this group as a whole. I mean, we got Alliance, we got Vici, we got Virtus Pro, and we got Forward.
I mean, coming into the groups, obviously everybody thought VP would smash Alliance, which, when you get to the year, it's all about how much is on the line for you, right? VP, there's nothing on the line for them, really. Like, TI, Alliance, oh yeah, obviously VP want to win every game. That's not what I'm saying. But Alliance, they want their qualifying spot to TI. They want to get into the top 12. This major is so much for them. Like, it means a huge amount. So they're going to have been working, you know, especially hard. And it wasn't too surprising to me to see them like beat VP, but it was surprising to see them beat them 2-0. I thought that was, you know, a massive jump for them.
Yeah, it's something I feel like Alliance have just been kind of progressively getting better. I mean, how long has this team been together now? Like 2 years or something? They're just kind of building and building. And if they can get, like, you know, I think people have been waiting for such a long time. They've gained so many fans trying to just egg them on and get themselves a decent finish at a tournament. Could this be it? I mean, we're only one series in, and I think it's far too early to be answering those sort of questions, but we can certainly be asking them. Now, let's get into this draft. VG Gaming, they have banned out the Batrider as well. Meanwhile, Alliance, they got rid of the Darkseer, the Grimstroke, and the Sven, so nothing really out of the ordinary here. I think the Mars ban is a little bit interesting from VG Gaming, but it is something which Alliance play, and we know that VG Gaming rate it very highly themselves, as I do have Yang, who is very good on that hero. So now they have picked up the Warlock for VG Gaming, and Alliance start things off with the Zanking.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see this Vici first pick this Warlock. It's like their favourite hero.
I'm even less surprised to see Alliance go for Zanking and Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, I mean, they really like this Crystal Maiden Alliance, and they've liked it for quite a while as well. So it'd be interesting to see whether they play it as the 4 or the 5. Because obviously Zanking could still play the 3 or the 4 as well. You know, it's a very flex opener. Zanking, one of those heroes that does, you know, lack a little bit of mana early on. So always does well with that aura. But Centaur, okay. And another Vici favourite. They like this hero a lot. Now you have the big team fight in the Stampede, the Golem. Lots of nuke damage as well between the Fatal Bonds and the Centaur nukes.
10 seconds remaining.
I prefer the Vici opener though. Looks pretty strong to me.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's really hard to vote against Warlock and Centaur. I mean, you've got two really strong laners, really strong team fighters. You know, these two guys bring so much to the table. Alliance, you know, they got the SK Crystal Maiden. Like, yes, they have more catch, and they have, you know, this play very, very well. But the Crystal Maiden a little bit weaker than some other supports right now. But this is just kind of a taste for Alliance. I'm sorry, but it's got to be said. You know, I know
about my maiden. What the hell?
Your maiden. Oh god.
I don't know. I like. Again, like you say, it is a little bit weak in the laning stage, but it scales really well, especially when you get that GPM talent. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, what I think about the Crystal Maiden for Alliance is that they. Well, that's the one which everybody plays, but they play things like Bristleback, who can just come alive with the CM aura. There's other things as well. Obviously, some of these int-heavy heroes, which they like to throw down across the map. So I think it really does lend itself a lot. You know, like the Tiny as well. Tiny with CM, if you can get that into a draft, you know, it really opens up the tiniest possibilities as a 4 position.
What are they going to go for? Okay, I mean, that's fair enough. That's one of the classic combos in Dota, isn't it? The Crystal Maiden.
It is. It's never died, has it?
There's the Centaur Rubik offlane as well. Who was not expecting this one? This is like LGD like to run this as well. It's a very much like all the Chinese teams like running this Rubik Centaur offlane. I mean, not just the Chinese teams, obviously, but you have the lift back into the stomp. You know, you have a huge amounts of damage. It's very good against the Sanking as well, having this Rubik with the potential to steal the Burrow Strike.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, tons of good spells.
It does mean they don't really have a great potential to tri-lane though. Like Warlock Rubik in a tri-lane is pretty weak. You kind of want the dual lanes here, so Alliance might look to pick something that could 1v1 against the Centaur, and then like to run some really strong aggro tri.
Yeah, that's it's very. I feel like they're probably going to tri-lane. I don't know if that's a too bold a statement to make just yet, but we'll see where they go with the drafts. So
they could pick some. I was gonna say they want some kind of like. I would pick some kind of save here if I was Alliance. Like
yeah, they have 10th picks. This is most likely going to be their 4th position hero.
I think Insania usually plays the CM right as a 5. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
That would mean. But then Tiger and Boxy both play the same. Maybe something like a Puck.
Let's get Willow.
Might be okay. Willow's okay as well. I like Puck though, Boxy. Like they have, like Puck is Sand such a strong lane. And Puck's again another one of those heroes that really benefits from the aura well from the CM. They don't have any instant. Well, they've got the lift actually. I guess. Maybe not then.
I'll take that time over it, but of course, it's kind of decision time for them now because after this, they're going to have to wait a long time before they get to pick another hero. But they're actually going to take the Storm now, so they really don't want this one to get banned out. So they take the Quake the Storm as their 4th pick. Now, this I wouldn't be surprised if this was Vici Gaming doing this. However, this is Alliance doing it, and now Vici Gaming have 2 picks in order to respond to the Storm Spirit pickup here. What do they do?
This Storm pickup's really good. We've already talked about it with the CM aura. Well, I said in one word, and that was our talking about it. It's really good at picking off the Warlock at the start of the fight, which is obviously the one that you want to kill off first before he gets the big spells like the Fatal Bonds and the Golem off. Upheaval doesn't really, Storm doesn't care about. Centaur's like...
Radiant team
Centaur's not great against Storm. Like, it's okay, but... Lifesteal. I would have... I don't know, I probably would have picked my mid here if I was, like if I was Vici, because now Alliance get a chance of banning out something that they don't want the Storm to play against mid. And they ban the DP, which obviously that silence is crucial against the Storm. Vici have been liking to run that DP.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by that as well, as I mentioned before. It's very likely that Vici were going to take their mid lane in there, but especially when you know the matchup, and now yeah, that DP does get banned out, but maybe they were just already decided on the mid lane and they knew that Alliance weren't going to ban it out, and it's always a possibility, but not too sure. What do you pick? Like, is there anything which can really just put Storm Spirit in the bin?
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Maybe like a Monkey King or something might be okay, but it's not amazing. Like, that matchup's not great.
No.
OD, probably.
Yeah, OD could be an option.
It's not amazing.
Especially against the magic community, if the Juggernaut just feels really lame.
I feel like they want something that's maybe like a Deucer might be okay, but again, there's a Jug that can build Diffusal. Deucer's not that great against Storm. I feel like they need some kind of like win condition hero, right? Like Lifestealer is okay, but they probably want something that scales a little bit better.
Again, Vici Gaming, they didn't really use much reserve time coming into this, and now they get to this final picks, and they're able to just burn through it as much as they like, really. Taking a long time over this ban. They want to be absolutely sure in what they pick and ban here for this final 2 heroes.
This is a really difficult one. Like for both teams, I think these picks are really difficult to call, because it's normally like we're getting these drafts out and we have a decent chance of knowing what they're going to pick. I think these ones are really difficult. Like there's so many mid heroes that you could play. Like you want lockdown for the Storm, you want maybe like a DK. Oh, they take the Puck.
Okay. This is interesting. I mean, the Puck should do pretty well in this matchup, but I wouldn't say he's gonna do anything like tremendously.
I mean, it is Ori Puck.
Violent to the Storm. Yeah, that's true.
Puck Lifestealer. Like the thing is, I look at that lineup and it's so like 20-25 minutes orientated, right? Like you want to end the game by like latest 30 minutes here if you're Vici. They have good team fight though. They've got the Coil, they've got the Rock, they've got Stampede. Really good 5-on-5 team fight at the moment, and I think Alliance need to try and just pick something that's going to stretch the game out a bit. Try and shove lanes in maybe. Don't pick an offlaner that's too greedy here. I feel like that's the only way. Not the only way, but the main way you would lose this game.
You may now select your heroes.
Off-lane DK. Roaming DK.
I don't. Yeah, maybe. This could be something new here. Insania picking up the Crystal Maiden. Insania.
It's roaming Human Knights, right? Human Knights, where we've played this before in our stack. in pub games, you don't take the ult. It's Human Knight. You roam with it.
Ah,
Right.
I see. Okay. Is that any relation to any kind of build, or are you just... Ooh. Boxy Storm.
I've been watching Zai play offlane Storm on his stream a little bit, and Storm sanking sounds like a really strong lane, actually. And then the DK like kind of just trades versus the puck mid.
Yeah.
Interesting.
10 seconds remaining.
Did they need to do this, though?
5 seconds remaining.
I think
It kind of felt like they were like, okay, we're gonna pick the Storm fourth, and then they're gonna try and counterpick it really hard, and then we're gonna throw in the Bazinga and swap around with a DK at mid. But then they didn't really counter the Storm that hard, and now they're kind of got this weird laning. So I don't know. I'm excited to see it. I'm always up for some new things, but it feels kind of unnecessary.
I mean, we said though they need something that just isn't that greedy, that gets them through the mid game, right? And the DK definitely does that. It's
That's true. If you put it in
really
mid, yeah.
strong mid game hero. Storm Spirit's just gonna be this offlaner that, with the CM aura that you talked about before as well, has a much better time. Like, you have the Sanking just to like be that meat shield for you. They have a huge amount of burst between them on Tiger and Boxy's running that offlane. But the Lifestealer Warlock should just like, they're just gonna trade for farm basically in that lane. I'm a little bit worried for Alliance's safe lane. I feel like this Centaur Rubik, like, if Insane is ever out of position on this Crystal Maiden, he's probably just dead. Maybe they want to put the Storm in a 1v1 against the Centaur, and they could like try lane. I mean,
Their options are very much open. Yeah, they've got a lot of heroes, so which can go a lot of different places. I don't know. I think the best thing we can do, Mo, is just sit back and watch the magic unfold. Let's get into this upper bracket match here. It is, of course, Vici Gaming versus Alliance, a best of 3. The winner is going to go through to the upper bracket and get the top seed for this group. The loser will have to go down to the decider, which is the double loss in that A, you risk going down to the lower bracket, and B, you're going to grab a second seed if you do make it through to the upper bracket. Therefore, you get a harder matchup. So this game really is important in terms of good placing, and when you look at it in the long term, it can mean the difference between a really high finish and a really low finish, even if you still do qualify for the upper bracket. So, okay, says Tiger, and he is ready to go. Vici Gaming smoked up, running forwards here, actually, as they will get their smoke revealed by Boxy and Tiger, who are already up on this high ground here, making sure they just pop any kind of rotation in from Vici Gaming. I'm not too sure what that was about, that smoke.
well, they just wanted to try and get a pick off.
I think they were trying to
usually
scout the lanes.
That smoke to run next to the cliff, just in case they were smoking. You know, some teams just run straight towards the lane, so they kind of walk towards the bottom side of that cliff. The smoke would have been able to get to the high ground safely. Interesting, Alliance tried to put the Storm Sanking up against the Centaur Rubik in the bot lane, but Vici have swapped their lanes as well. But they've got this Lifestealer up against the Storm in the lane. Feels like Vici have got what they want. We're very happy with this.
Yeah, Fade and Yang kind of but have a little look here. Mickey does have the spin if he wants to go for this rune here. He might well consider it. Yes, he is coming in. Just manages to steal it without having to commit the spin for it. Yeah, and of course, he's only got the Retaliate, and Fade went for the Fade Bolt as well, so he didn't want to sacrifice their laning potential, and Mickey knew that, and therefore didn't lane the spin. Meanwhile, Tiger down at bottom, taking some hits from Paparazzi, but Boxy comes over and starts routing them back. So, Boxy in the safe lane with Tiger. Mickey up at top with Insania, and in the mid, it's Quake for Honori.
Why does Storm have 6 armor?
Mate, good question. He's got 9 under tower. Literally 0 damage.
He's taking like 30 damage from a right click from the wall. Yeah, they are gonna try.
Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah.
It's
It's kind of what I expected, actually, as the blast comes in. That's a lot of damage. Yang's in trouble here. He's just trying to fight it up into the jug, but I don't think he's winning this, but he does get Mickey low enough to secure the kill with the Fade Bolt, but now Fade getting jumped upon. Tiger finally makes his way into this lane. A little bit too late, but they don't want to chase, especially with the Centaur respawning and coming back into the lane. Juggernaut should be joining them shortly as well. Meanwhile, at mid, Quake getting very low to Ori right now, but he is the DK, so he can just play it carefully. South Park, Ori nearly came in for the cancel there. Very close indeed. Both these heroes playing it to the line.
It's really clever. So what Alliance have done here is they've killed the Centaur, forced him to TP top, and now they're swapping their lanes. So they've got this Storm up against the Centaur.
Yeah, they know it's going to have to stay this way. Yeah.
They've managed to get this Lifestealer against their Juggernaut. Play from Alliance, actually. Just to force the kill, just to get the right laning set up. Rubik manages to get a pull off here though. That's pretty big. Denying some of this XP towards the Sanking and the Storm.
Yeah, they won't be too happy about that. Boxy just staying in XP range, maybe get like a cheeky deny or something like that. Not really going to happen, but still, just wants to be making a presence. Meanwhile, Ori dropping kind of low in the middle lane. The orb spam coming out and actually fails to get him either of these creeps here. Kind of costly for Ori.
If it gets this range creep deny, this is massive for him. Yeah, like
it's really good.
Surprised.
Well, look at that curry! Oh my god, over the cliff. Sorry, that's super simple, which nobody else is really interested in, but
This Juggernaut's really running out of regen down in the bot lane though. Like it's all like just spamming him out with shadow words and with right clicks. This is a problem with the CM5 that you were talking about. Like it doesn't really offer much lane protection for your carry. Gets the salve out on the courier.
yeah, no surprise to see Mickey always looking to the future, always ready to roll. As Quigfa and Puck. I mean, this is a pretty boring lane in the middle lane, I'm not gonna lie. It's just Puck versus DK. They've been low on HP quite a few times, but of course, no real jumps, no real damage coming out from either side. I mean, obviously Puck can do a lot, but against a DK, it's never really enough, feels like. But we will keep an eye on things. I think the CS is the most interesting thing, which the DK is currently winning.
I mean, it's literally just a lane.
Yeah,
there's a big camp.
it's actually Warlock down in the bottom lane. The one getting low, but he's got the heal on himself. They're actually turning this around onto Mikalo. He's got a heal of his own. His ward is running away without him right now, just about keeping him in range, keeping that heal ticking through. Nobody is going to die thanks to the Shadow Word and the healing ward. So everybody survives.
He has 4 stick though as well, so I think he's fine.
Yeah, and he's just going to heal himself up on DY and keep on harassing her though. With the slow coming in, do they have the spin? They don't for another 12 seconds, but they're trying to do it with the right clicks. I'm not sure they'll have enough though. Paparazzi are taking some chunks out of Miko right now, so they do need to be careful about how efficiently they're trading right here.
Especially with the healing wall being down, okay, does need to be careful. This constant Shadow Word coming out is just free regen for Vici. And the other point I wanted to make before is this top lane, they're making a stack on this big camp on the Radiant side. They have 2 heroes that can both do it really well. Boxy might be in trouble here though. Sanking rotated away for a second.
Yeah, Tiger's coming in. He's got the stun, only manages to get it onto 1, so Fade's still chasing him. He's got the Fade Bolt as well. Boxy might be in some trouble right now, trying to get aggressive onto Fade right now, but he's just about to blast him. It's holding still for the time being. Only 2 points into the Fade Bolt. Didn't feel like it was enough damage there, so Storm will be right for the time being, but Alliance very low up here in the top lane. Hold on. Moon. Yeah, that is Tiger finally going down.
Bot lane as well. Oh, it's just training a little bit ahead. It happened for
entire lane, yeah.
Morning actually.
And mid they're getting really low as well. Boxy. He's going to go with Yang here, but throwing down the remnants. Now up onto the high ground, but the Rubik's TPing in. Boxy, I'm fairly sure he's gone. There's that Fade Bolt coming through. Fade with the Fade and finding the kill. That was
Shrine usage as well.
I don't know, is the room worth it there for Boxy? Theory, dying someone other than the enemy mid laner might... I don't know, no.
It's the XP as well, right? Like, you're giving this Rubik a decent time, and it's this XP lead. Like, if you compare the Storm to the Centaur at the moment, Centaur's like 3/4 of a level ahead of him. You've got to be really careful with the Centaur gets level 6 before you. He's just going to run at you with that Stampede.
What am I? Nikkei's actually forced the rage out a little bit, but everybody's okay. Meanwhile, Puck's still on low HP in this middle lane, which seems to be a kind of permanent state for him, as Quakefa starts some damage onto the towers. Using that Poison Dragon form, coming forwards for it. Ori, he's got to dodge the right click here, but will be able to do so relatively easily. But yeah, Tiger, he's wrapping around the back. Fade's coming in as well, but it is too late as Ori is already dropped by the fire. And Fade can do nothing about that, although Quakefa is taking a fair amount of damage. The catapult is linked up, which is kind of unfortunate for Quakefa.
Storm gone back to the jungle to take some stacks that have been made. I see that's what Tiger did before, when he went to roam off a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like this was always the strategy, wasn't it? Get these nice big stacks coming in, and Storm can recover from whatever lane he has. It's something we've always talked about with Storm, isn't it? Like, Storm is this hero who can't really be counted at mid, because whatever happens to him, he can always jungle really efficiently. So Alliance has gone and applied the same theory to the off lane.
Storm's gonna get so much XP up here. Like, you see Yang's trying to bully him off a little bit, but getting a huge amount.
Yeah, Wu's here. Wu creeps up to the tower. Looks he eating them all up.
Getting close to that level 6. I'd like to see one of the Radiant supports try and play around Koikva again here in the mid lane when he gets his DK form back up. Because you see Ori's hit level 6 on this puck, and they're trying to do the same thing. They can try and play around your coil.
Bottom lane, Mickey being run down a little bit here. His healing ward is gone, so no chance of healing up after this one. Insania comes in just to throw in a blast or two, but yeah, Mickey just waiting for the creeps to come under tower. But seems to be Paparazzi, who is 11 CS above Juggernaut in this bottom lane, who's come off much better by things down here, and he's heading towards this Midas. He's already got the phase boots just to put more pressure on the Juggernaut, and then he will be going to Midas. Of course, escaping that spin as well, really important. So the move speed, very valuable.
You have to remember,
Mickey's going here. I'm not too sure about this. He's fighting into the lifesteal. They just rage up and kill him. That was easy. And now they turn around and look for Insania as well. The Tiger's coming in. We've got ball lightning of Boxy as well, getting on top of Paparazzi, and that lifesteal is not making him out of here alive. They look towards DY as well, but not much mana left on Boxy. He's going to have a ball lightning, and now just in front with the Sonic Remnant, and that's going to be 2 kills. Alliance respond violently. They lose Mickey, but they get 2 big kills in response.
Koikva is destroying Ori in the mid lane as well, by the way.
Yeah, he really is. 51 and 11 compared to 40 and 6, and now attack. Oh, great to nut though. Great to.
If you look at the level difference, he's a whole level ahead. Nothing Ori can do either.
There ain't much. There ain't much. Meanwhile, Tiger just trying to not die in the top lane now that Paparazzi's come up here. He can just inside a sandstorm and hide from all his problems.
Ori needs to try and rotate around a little bit more here now as well to get things done. I think there's no point in him just playing statically here. Like, you really want to use this coil as quickly as you can, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the blink is a long shot still. I mean, maybe you go treads first and just try and be more active around the map, get some right click damage. Not too sure who wants to play this one. Obviously the blink is super important in this game. Like, if Alliance get their spells off, the fights become really difficult. Like, you need to be able to disrupt their spell usage as much as possible against the Sand King, the Storm, even the Juggernaut, honestly. But
I was wondering as well whether Koikva might go for this Radiance on the DK, but he has got that blink queued up to the instant initiation versus the Lifestealer and the puck. Very nice, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him change his mind at some point, or like at least, you know, debate within his quick buy. Interesting that Boxy doesn't have a point and pull on the Storm either. Not sure about that. Guess they didn't really have much kill threat in their lane, so all about the farming and Boxy bot lane.
Boxy, yeah, he's caught inside the leash right now, but does manage to dodge out the stun. Unfortunately, the will still land. Now the Stampede even being used, but Boxy can now just zip away from this one. That is 2 ultimates used in the bottom lane by Vici Gaming, and they don't get the kill onto Boxy. And don't forget, that's an offlaner as well, so he's just made so much space. They're going in deep. It's the Epicenter coming through on Paparazzi, trying to chase him down. Meanwhile, down bottom, Boxy just goes to the TP out. Paparazzi with the Infest, he's going to be absolutely fine. No kills happening yet. With Fade rotating in, maybe he might try and change that right now. He's actually managed to grab Epicenter. Oh, big mistake from Tiger there, keeping that spell as his last used one. But I don't think he realized that Fade was 6 quite yet. It was only recently that he got that, probably from the tome. I didn't quite see. Paparazzi coming forward once again, but Koikva just wants the tower. He's not really too scared of the Lifestealer. He's got plenty of armor to deal with this feast damage, so he's not too scared.
Box level 6 though, and Center has a TP, so Alliance have to be careful up here. If this rock takes them by surprise, could be a key moment for Vici here. Looks like Alliance are just getting out there.
Yeah. It doesn't feel fantastic because they lost this bottom tower, so they've basically made an empty trade here as they jump forward onto Yang. Yang gets the stun, but Insania's here as well. Got the Frostbite, holding onto it for the time being. Bolton's got the zip in. He doesn't have the Electric Vortex, but he doesn't need it with the rotation in from Tiger as well. They all find this kill to Yang. Saying that, he actually gets himself out a little bit further, but unfortunately, he's going to need more than a Fairy Fire to keep himself alive in that situation.
Yeah, I'm surprised Tiger's gone for Arcane Boots on this Sand King. He has the CM on his team as well. I guess that's just what he enjoys playing. Oh, bot lane. Boxy.
Going in deep, the team are coming, but will they be here soon enough? Boxy trying to stay alive, but unfortunately it's going to get dropped with a nice rotation with that double damage rune. However, Tiger's still waiting here. Insania thinking about it. This puck doesn't have that much health. If he does get in range for Insania's... Yeah, this is costly. Oh, he blinks in just at the last second here. Tiger does miss. Insania, he's got the Frostbite, but he's got to be careful. down. They just make sure he gets away with this one. Mickey, though, he's got the on slash. He might decide to use it. No, he's actually still got the phase shift on Puck, so it would have been a mistake as he gets out the spin. Or he knows that he cannot use this phase shift until that Omni Flash goes up, and that means that Juggernaut will be left without a kill.
Or he's styling, though. He gets the
Really, yeah.
Well, what a player. He's got the veil.
Lovely job. Oh, and now a bottle. Yeah.
How do you give this man Puck?
Seems coming up Ori.
DK for though, so he's going to be able to get this top tier 1 at least for Alliance.
Some usual high octane DK gameplay, but they're going to drop the rocket in right now. Fade getting on top as well. They're closing the gap with the open wound. Turns around with a stun onto the Rubik. Rubik, he's got the epicenter. Does he want to use it just yet? Doesn't look like he does, but Quake is living through the whole damn thing. Now Boxy with a long zip onto 2. Dropping Fade kind of low, but now it's no mana. Oh, comes out. Do they break it? Yes, they do, and the damage is too much onto Boxy. He is gone. Tiger going for the epicenter plays the burrow strike as well. It's thrown to the front. Do they have the damage to break down? Yes, they do, but Tiger follows shortly afterwards. Quake there living through the entire engagement somehow, despite being initiated on by 4 heroes. But I mean, this guy's just a big fat lump of health. Now he turns around and they'll try and bring down this golem, and they will be successful in doing so, which means 100 gold straight into Mickey's pocket, and the tower also going to go their way as well. I'm wondering who takes this. They leave it for Mickey. No surprise there. Get this boy some money. He's had a pretty rough start to the game, and now we're looking at 13 minutes in, and it is just a small advantage for VG Gaming. But I mean, you look at this map and it's feeling kind of better for Alliance. I think it's pretty even right now.
Look at the Rubik's net worth though. He's got so much gold. He's got the vessel finished already. And he's playing against the DK. Like, you talked about him being a big lump of health. He's not so much anymore.
Yeah, this will make a huge difference. Alright, so VG Gaming, you took a pretty heavy loss here. It feels like their ultimates don't seem to be doing much this game. They've been getting some kills, they've been making some turnarounds, but it's never behind any of these spells, except I guess the coil down the bottom a couple of times.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Ori Puck play with the Centaur or not. Yeah, they are starting to link up here. They've got the blink on the Centaur, so decent initiation and burst potential between. Boxy has to be a little bit careful down in this bot lane. It's actually only level 8 on the Stomp. A little bit of a worry.
Yep, jump in, but nice reactions onto Boxy there, not letting the Stomp connect. And, well, they're going to settle for Tiger instead. Tiger silenced up, so can't go for stun onto anybody and just gets cleanly eliminated. Yeah, not too sure about that one.
He didn't get Storm, but I'm here. Alright.
This net worth chart is kind of worrying, actually. Boxy very far behind, not just on levels, as you say, but, yeah, not having a lot of money. These stacks not enough to get him back into the game, but he'll continue jungling or continue trying to be a force upon this map. Considering how much he's done in these last few fights, I'm kind of impressed to see how little gold he actually got from this laning phase. He's just been doing that all by his spells, basically.
Yeah, Boxy's been doing more on the Storm, though, which is why he's a little bit of bot lane, the DK.
Really, the DK on the vessel is tearing through him. Where is his health regen? It's still running out. He turns around with the Dragon Ball, but nice dodge out from the Puck, and that'll put an end to Quake's shenanigans. Insania.
Run away here, but...
Oh, nice burrow strike. He's making some plays. Where can he go? The golem being tempted, being teased by DUI, but not going to throw it down for nothing. Would have been a pretty bad miss if he did.
I destroy those trees with the golem to stop him from juking. So,
Mickey just coming up on the top lane versus Paparazzi.
I mean, Mickey's got some decent farm though, but again, like Paparazzi, what's he got coming up in the courier? He's got a full armlet coming up, so he's not going for this Radiance build, which I like. For the full-on right click. I mean, he might go back for it now, actually, to be fair. But
yeah, the Radiance feels...
So, go for the AC here.
There's 3 right-clicking heroes.
They need physical damage, though, right? Like.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. We'll see. We'll see. Boxy, oh, didn't have the reactions this time around. The Stomp does connect, and they've got more than enough damage to bring down that Storm Spirit. But in comes Quaker, they're looking for the return. They've got the puck, but in comes the rock. Puck betting board down low. Mickey's on top of him, but Quaker's being run down. He doesn't have the vessel on the middle time, but it doesn't seem to matter. They've got more than enough damage just to break through him all the same. Or he does die, but down goes Quaker. Now jump on DY as well, trying to bring down the wall. Boxy's on top of him. Another right click will be needed, and in it comes. Paparazzi trying to fight it up. Boxy does need to be careful. He can't fight into his life stealer. Yang from behind. Mickey's going for the spin, but he doesn't have enough health to restore it. He's got to get the kill onto Yang. He will be able to do so, but Boxy may have traded his life for this kill. Desperately pinging through these power treads to try and keep himself alive, but with that vessel on him, I don't think it's going to happen. Paparazzi still tracing, and there it is. The right click comes in. Paparazzi with the DD just tearing that fight wide open. How much damage to get off? 4,500 damage on a 17-minute life stealer. Yikes. He's doing so much work.
He's level 13. Puck's level 12.
He's joint top level. Yeah, he's joint top level with Mickey and with Paparazzi. That's just bananas.
I'm not really sure how he farmed so quickly. Like in the first place, though, right? To get the vessel. I know he was involved in a decent amount of kills. Like he's 705 this game. And the thing is, because he's maxed out Arcane Supremacy, when he steals this Sandstorm, he's doing 100,
yes, tearing people apart.
20 damage per second.
And they had the upheaval onto him as well there, I think, onto the DK, so he was just stuck. He was just stuck inside this super high damage, you know, the Sandstorm with the Fatal Bond. It was madness. And then, of course, the Lifestealer doing a fair amount in that fight, I think it's fair to say.
If he ever steals Dragon Tail as well, I actually think whoever gets stunned might be unstunned for the rest of the game with this Arcane Supremacy.
4-hour stun. Pings out onto Insania here, and they've got the lift onto Fate to throw him back into the clutches of Paparazzi, and Insania will not be lasting very long in this engagement here. So Lifestealer does feast on the poor maiden. You see that happening though?
No, not at all.
No.
It was only my maiden in the drafting stage. Fine.
Okay.
Well, they're going to smoke up here on VG.
Yeah, they're not letting Alliance get away with anything right now. They want to put on the pressure. 3k gold advantage, but they're making it feel like a whole lot more. Okay, walking across, the pings are coming out. I think they just about spot him. Yang, he's got to go for the blink the moment that smoke breaks does get. There's no spin coming out. The damage is too much onto Mickey. He is quickly eliminated. Tiger making his way north, trying to get himself away. The coil does miss because they have no idea where the Sand King is. And they have no idea where wait for it. Either the bigger target did actually make the right call downward, and both of them are going to get away. So not too bad, but losing that jug is very, very costly. He was the only one who was looking to really threaten Paparazzi. Now he's been knocked back down. I mean, Quaker kind of can, but he doesn't do as much with the farm. You want to ensure this jug is farming and farming. So Alliance taking some losses. They really need to try and make something happen, but that's it with his offlane Storms. Who starts these fights? Who's the one who's really going in and jumping on people? It's got to be the Sand King, and well, he's going for it here. The boost strike comes out, so it's going to stop the raid coming out. They've got the electric vortex. The stun lock is real, and Paparazzi is taken down. Alliance respond. We lose our carry, you lose your carry, and eye for an eye. Leaves well blind.
Pretty well executed. You can see the Storm sitting back ready for the extra distance with the ult. They're going to be able to pick up 2 runes on Alliance on the top side as well. Just to try to all on those. Like that this puck's building out. Like he knows that the big KBs are going to be coming out on Alliance at some point. So they just want the control to allow this Lifestealer and Centaur to get their damage off.
Yeah, it works very well versus the jug as well, doesn't it?
Ooh, he's building the Radiance on the Lifestealer. Like, I don't know if I agree with this, because when the BKBs do come out on the Alliance, like, where's your damage coming from?
Radiant damage.
It's right damage, isn't it? Easy. Quaker's really close to this BKB. Like, Jug's got a spin. Storm's about 2,000 gold off his. Gonna be bot lane.
Making the play. Going on to the Centaur War on it. Yang trying to get himself away. Trying to close the gap. Doesn't have the distance. And Yang will be making his getaway this time around. Dampede is used, so maybe Alliance can think about going for something else shortly, but still, the botched gank.
That happens.
Cute little stack as Box will now farm it up, trying to get himself some money. Not doing too badly anymore. It was looking real rough for him, but that's only because Fade is just so girthy this game. and he's backing up the Centaur right now. It looks like they're trying to make some kind of bait play here, saying,
Radiant's top tower
yeah, no, they just completely give up on all idea of subtlety. Tiger, oh no, he's going to get spotted out here. The orb's going to find him. Tiger gets jumped upon by Ori. They have the sentry down as well. Goodbye, Sand King. They'll be in crab tonight, VG Gaming.
It's not a crab, dude. It's Scorpion. Well, how many times do we have to have this conversation? Oh, man.
I'm sticking with it.
Right, press 1 if it's a crab. Press 2 if it's a scorpion. Let's see if it's just you. What's Yang building on this center?
I think he's got the pipe, doesn't he?
Full pipe.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of this magic damage coming out from the Sand King and the Storm that have been destroying so far. All of a sudden, it's not looking too great for Alliance. Not until these BKBs come out. VG need to play with their time in like the next 2 minutes. He's trying to force out something, maybe a Roche.
Yeah, the Roche potential is pretty good on the side of Alliance. Not amazing, but it's definitely doable for them. But probably a little bit worse, I would say. But it all depends on who can win the fights. And right now, it's been VG Gaming pretty much every time.
Just this DK, like even when he gets there right on the DK, I just have this really big worry for them that the DK kind of just gets in and just exists in the team fight, right? Like he doesn't really do a huge amount, kind of just commits to the fight and goes in. I feel like Vici can just ignore him if he builds a BKB. Like he doesn't do a huge amount. Just focus the other heroes, try and get the Storm down, try and get the Jug, the Sand King, deal with the DK last.
Well, as your Radiant's finished up, I feel like VG Gaming are going to be looking for some action. And in fact, they're already going in. Tiger, he's caught out by the coil right now, but they seem a little bit nervous on the side of VG Gaming because all of Alliance are TPing in on this one. Do they have the vision for that? I think they must have done. Running forwards, VG Gaming hold back. They've used the coil, but not much else. And I guess Infest, but it's back in 4 seconds.
Really going for this. They just need the extra time to get their BKBs in the lines here, and their team fight's so much stronger. Does Mickey get something? I think he's got Manta coming out in the courier here. Yeah, okay, and the BKB recipe for Koifu's on there as well.
Yeah, this is fairly big. Maybe looking towards Mickey here. If they can get the stun off in time, then it could possibly be a kill, but no, Mickey moves away at just the right moment and will be okay for the time being. So VG Gaming again left empty-handed. They are hunting, and they are missing every time. Alliance playing around them very nicely. Surely VG Gaming are going to come up with something. I mean, they for the tier 2 tower and force Alliance into fighting them. It's going to be the BKB now completed on the DK. Koifu might be looking to come back for this one. Storm still pretty close to his. Could be there soon.
Yeah, they don't mind letting this tier 2 go as long as they get their BKB up on Alliance. They're going to be more than happy with that, just to trade farm. Can't fight Vici just in these couple of minutes here. A bounty rune's about to spawn as well, so Koifu might look to try and get one, but it's going to be a potential that Vici just pick up all 4 here.
Mike manages to grab one. Yang sees him and actually uses the Stampede. They really want to try and go for this kill. EP out, coming in. The Golem, though, going to be used to cancel it now. Mike could be in some trouble. Just hanging around nearby. They're thinking about going into this one, but no, with Mike quickly dispatched, they realize it's time to get out. Insania, he's going to be left behind, or is on top of him right now. He's still caught if they want to use it. They're going to clean kill onto the Maiden without having to use it. VG Gaming, they punish heavily the Alliance going for even a single bounty rune right now. They just feel like their hands are tied. They want to commit to a fight, but I mean, going onto that Juggernaut there, it's just useless. I mean, the rock was so Alliance just decide to, well, you know, cut their losses.
I like that from D. You drop the rock for that Jug kill. Like this game's been so paced for the last few minutes, and he's like, well, we're just going to get a kill with it. Like, this is fine. I'm surprised they didn't go into the Roche pit afterwards, but they're just hunting, like, constantly.
Yeah, they're really looking to put as much pressure as they can. I think they have some ideas about, like, not letting them get off. Okay, there's no So it's actually kind of sponsor right now. They do have a fuck down to pick him down. Where did it all come from? Yeah, Vici get the DOTs with the boots of travel.
And the
invest. Sorry, yeah.
Was really executed actually by
Aim.
expecting that at all.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they go on this guy. They don't have enough damage. Then, oh, they just get away.
Fate does so much damage with it. Like 210 PS.
Yeah, help people. Looking for the next, so looking to try and get up a bit of damage on the that extra attack speed. And the active not too bad either.
Illusion.
Quick for a long way off any kind of item progression right now. Meanwhile, Paparazzi, he's edging close to the Hyperstone, which will bring him a step. Assault Cuirass. Meanwhile, Sand King, stunned up, locked out. Another hero punished for leaving their base. Vici get really just not letting Alliance get anything. What do they do? Where do we go from here for Alliance?
Of course, the bench is if somebody needs a sentry down, but they need to get there to deward it. Vici just cutting off every single angle at the moment. It feels like Mickey's farming on this jump. He's desperate to try and pick up any kind of scraps he can.
Yeah, he's been really playing in the enemy side of the map a lot of the time.
Team's net worth, like the last few minutes, you'll see how much Vici has started to choke them out. The gradient on the graph is just a massive nosedive. You were talking about Quick, but the biggest problem for him is that he didn't pick up an item that allows him to scale. The things like the Radiance or the Midas, or maybe even sometimes the Maelstrom, it's all just... Alliance haven't been hitting. Like, they've got 10 kills on their team. This DK item build just hasn't helped him at all.
Dire are scanning.
It's tricky for them to find the entrance into these fights with all these ultimates, though. I mean, Vici Gaming, if they blow too many ultimates on a single kill, then Alliance possibly get a window. But until then, it's really difficult. If they can find a jump onto the Warlock, I think that is their best scenario for them. If they can bring down the Warlock, that means they've got them, which means, you know, no BKB penetrating because the Puck hasn't yet finished that Aghanim Scepter. It's very close.
The Puck's a gem as well, so you need to kill him off at the start if you can really too. Like, he's another big priority target. But I agree, yeah, the Warlock's definitely the number one. He has a Glimmer Cape though, so does anybody have a dust? Storm doesn't have any dust. Tiger on the Sand King doesn't have any dust. Oh,
going in deep, and that is just boxing annihilated. Again, Vici Gaming, you know, if they see you, they're killing you. Hamble has been right here. I'm a little bit surprised Alliance haven't gotten rid of that. They knew they were in this area before. And they're onto the high ground. There's just no hesitation here from Vici Gaming and the moves they're making. Look at it's very surgical.
Just glyphing their own creep web as well, just coming out from the jug too.
They're trying the team doesn't just be eaten alive once again. Okay, just relying on that spin, and it is not giving him any kind of option to escape these ganks.
Like, again, they're desperately trying what they can off the map, and this knows over on the net worth graph, just carrying on here.
But you know, we've seen Alliance in this situation many times before. This is no strange ground to them, and we're also going to be able to Boxy threaten the golem. D-Wise just playing the drums right now, and this is going to be Boxy both Alperians, so it's something. But I was saying before, there's this is not uncommon ground for Alliance. Like they very good at staying in the game for a very long time in these situations. They're very good at making things last. Where they can come back, well, that's a different story entirely. But I feel they know how to play strategically in order to not lose. That's definitely one of their strengths.
Yeah, but you don't want to pick and not lose. Like, win.
Right.
Like, you have to win at some point, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Hold on.
It's a change in Alliance. We've been waiting City for a very long time now, and this is a real test for them. 30 minutes in, 11k gold advance for Vici Gaming. They're going for a finding a fight which Alliance lives. Well, it doesn't seem likely. I feel like they can. They've stalled to jump on. Well, I mean, yeah, they've got the response from position here, but sure, it's got to be something they can do.
Yeah, look,
They're actually giving up on Roshan. Look at this. I think that there's gonna be some kind of weird standoff going on right now, and there certainly is.
it's also
Around. yeah, the moment VG can see anybody. Wait a minute. They're done on their high ground. Smoked up on Alliance here, trying to hold their own ground here. This is a wraparound which they'd be expecting. Rubik inside Roshan, just waiting to see if anybody blinks in on this one. I think Alliance have to know at this stage that they're not doing Roche.
You see,
They get in this pit, they'll get popped.
No Alliance
Yeah.
are here somewhere.
Oh, they know the moment they left the base, and now that smoke is popped. Wait for coming in, but beautiful position. She gaming me, but he's around his looking for the gun. Gets to go jump on the backline, take down the Sanking, take away. Tiger's gone, Boxy from the backline, that's a Rubik, and I think I can try and bring it down. Jump down to 5 kills. Bait is gone. Immediate back into this one. They really need to satisfy, and now comes the epicenter time. And back into a fair amount of damage. And flies it up, he kills. And this team's favorite. And now comes down with this to the center. Vici Gaming scrub the decks with Alliance's blood and get into Roshan. Finished off what they started. Another great fight, really well executed again and again from VG Gaming, and it does feel they're a cut above Alliance in this game so far.
They have to commit to, like, look at this Rubik's HP, he's almost sitting at 1900. Like, Alliance have to commit so much to get these kills. And Rubik buys back into the game, and all of a sudden, Alliance's BKBs are out, and they just can't take the fight anymore. The damage coming from Vici is just too much. Lit?
Yep.
They've got the Frostbite as well.
Yeah, I think he could be in a bit of an awkward situation, and by awkward situation, I mean he's absolutely dead. He gets his stake peppered in the middle lane. Oh dear, this is for the Iraqs, and probably a little. I mean, it feels like they've been kicked back to a position where they can't really win from Alliance, but what will be, they're going to keep on fighting. They don't want to give up too easily, but now the tier 4s are being sieged. AK back in 10 seconds, Tiger back in 15, they'll be able to take a 4-man team fight, but against an Aegis Lifestealer who's just so big, doesn't really seem possible.
Yeah.
Ancient exposed.
He has Crimson and Pipe on the Centaur as well. Like, how are you killing anybody here?
Oh, yeah, Boxy, he bumped the BKB, but that looked like an Aghanim's coil to me, and they are all just getting killed off. Mike runs into the base, and they will call GG. Game number 1 goes to VG Gaming, and Alliance unfortunately did not bring up the goods in this match. They couldn't cut the mustard and take the first game. Really, not so much to be said in terms of analysis. I mean, the laning phase was kind of equal, but VG Gaming just getting the small victories, and then the
So it looks like they want to run it FY instead.
They do manage to miss the ice shards though, so they'll have to reset for the next attempt. There was a smoke out on the Lesh in the mid, but it's now being scouted by the Monkey King, who's just jumping around looking for him. It's good ward placement. They are going to see the eventual rotations back down in bottom. He managed to land a really good stomp. He comes in, silent stuff, looking for the kill on FY and start clearing a little. We'll try to go for the last stack. Stun's not going to let anything pops and goes on and stun as well. Goes stun out. Oh my goodness, this is a big stomp actually. have enough damage to suit after that though. They do manage to get the snowball just in time. It will slow down at least one less. We'll start teaching out. J-Rex trying to get a kill, but he end up going down as well. And Thompson is gonna jump on out of there.
FY with that clutch south play is able to make it out there.
That stomp though, that's stomp that like if he had it already, which and this was a solo in other Titan who would have had it, but that would have been absolutely devastating. Well, more than it already was.
If Jerax was like a second slower on that, even half a second slower on that snowball, that would have been actually a three-man wipe for OG picking up OG. They have so many heroes grouped up. That may be still.
Second stomp down. Out here trying to get the on 7. No mana for strength. Does have fine front charges though. He wants to try and fight this, and he's just trying to click as much as possible. They do manage to get 7, and Shaska will get down as well. So they will find return kills, and likely this bot tower will be going down in due time.
The good news for OG at this is that Anna is still free farm. He hasn't been involved in any fights. He's just been laning out. He's been running Ame and maybe and everybody except Chalice. And eventually Chalice is going to have to join this and start running out. Whereas Anna can just keep farming, just get bigger and bigger. 60 and 10 for him right now. Buffed up a little bit by the Chuckle Creeps. But still looking like a very good Midas timing from him. Thompson doing his just make space, let Anna win. I don't need to do anything except,
click on creep waves. I don't need to do anything, just click on creep waves, get Midas, get Rickets, and hope. Yeah, but this Midas is very far behind, so they're stepping ahead in the Latin market.
Jeez, he only has 300 gold worth of it right now.
The false probably off, that's ideal. Hey, was gone. Gabby, a bit harder of a kill because he still has the reincarnation, but they'll bring him down at least one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The Dark Ascension, and at least a tier 2 will fall and see nothing to do as Saxa guards this tier 2 with a storm.
And Sax is showing off his blink there in style. The debut of the Sanctum Blink comes in, catches both of them, the Oracle and the Wraith King, as a backward burrow strike. Thinking forward, burrowing back. Beautiful play by Saxa there, right on the money. Make sure there's no chance. Save for little AU. 9 NIP, 17 minutes in, have taken pretty much every objective they need to. Bottom lane tier 1 and tier 2 on the Dire side are reasonably meaningless as kind of a Radiant team that wants to push into object, take Roshan and then take the inner object of the... I want to be playing in this northern Dire jungle, bounce between both top and mid lane. But it's money waiting to be collected. I don't think TNT map serious defenses of these towers. There's no way they can come and default. It's very difficult for them to make that jump, and they are still 600 gold away from the Tim's Blink Dagger. So the teamfight contribution that they need from the Earthshaker just isn't there yet. So they need more time. They need a little bit of time here, TNC. 3-4 minutes. They could be on the road, but NIP, they are mounted to the run, and they are setting the tempo for this one. Ace pummeling down this bottom lane. Easy towers to take.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah. And that actually, I think it matters the Sanking Blink Dagger time versus the Earthshaker Blink you're talking about. They prioritize a lot of farm on the Sank position 4, they get early Blink Dagger, which means you have a pretty solid initiation for IP, whereas TNC is still struggling behind because they haven't by the farm as much. And you can see a bit of a difference here. Now, NIP starting to think about the tier 3s, but still a bit difficult to go to the high ground. That pretty doesn't ignite now. Level 2 splash damage is pretty good on clearing those quick camps away. And you still have the false promise. While you have the high ground advantage, it's a bit difficult to catch up the Oracle. You don't have the storm we were talking about earlier. Viking can't just walk in as easily. You can still stun him out mid shapeshift. See a smoke gank though by TNT. Let's see where this leads.
Yeah, they pushed the top lane all the way to tier 2, took the tier 1, nearly killed tier 2, now on 100 HP. But this is the smoke for Roshan. This is where that NIP didn't push high ground bot or mid. They had to defend their objectives mid and top. So this is where NIP are going to be set up and ready to push in. So to cut the map to open the pit. Unfortunately, don't get the needed. Even with that Wraith King Radiance, they're feeling tentative, high ground advantage. They fall back to their shrine. The strategic positioning here to make sure they have upper hand for this coming team fight against NIP, because it needs to happen.
Dire structures
Team fight
are
needs to happen.
fortified.
NIP are going to force it, one way or the other.
Yeah, and that wolf getting vision, this is what you talked about in the drafting phase. The lucky balls give you a huge advantage when it comes to these kind of initiations, allowing you to have the vision for exactly where to initiate and where TNC might be positioned. It ensures that even though you don't have the greatest initiation, you still have that slight advantage in the surprise. And this surprise is going to be a good one. Smoke gank, they managed to the high ground before they actually initiate. Void ready, they must farm out, but they can't quite catch up to him. Now the Eagle Scepter, okay. That's stopping this blue earth combo. Well, there, AU. And he's lost. Of course he lost.
I thought Cuckoo was going to die there, get obliterated, and then NIP transition and convert into some objectives, but it's just a anti-rune grab. Cuckoo picked up one top. NIP will take the remaining 3. TNC dodge a bullet though. Wraith King has the Radiance. Will ideally like his Blink Dagger now himself. That Earthshaker Blink Dagger is all they've been really waiting for. And still, a team fight needs to happen. Like, a clash needs to happen for Roshan to be taken.
TNC is thinking about it. With that new Blink Dagger, they do have the BKB from the PK as well. These might make a difference. They have a smoke curve. Yes, they do. That's a 4-man smoke with Wraithing as usual. The bait. Are they going to be too late? I think they'll come out on time. The Roshan not falling as quickly as I expected, even with Medallion, but PT is there to take the smoke. And ever sacrificial support knew the smoke was coming. He's not going to give his life for this, though. He actually positions himself properly. But, wait, maybe it is. I spoke too soon. PT has a chance to die this last little death of the borrowed time, and at least want to guarantee the skill. Abandon will go down. And this might be to leave alone for a while.
Doesn't fire back. So if TNC get any rash movement into the pit, for example, he has that fallback plan. There it is. For a strike inside to start off. He also up on the DK, he will catch him, but he's still stuck on. Pipeline is being approached though. Thank God. The Blink Echo on promise. Expended by AU on itself. The connection will bring Gabby back. Living Sackers there. Beautiful from NIP. They force the execution of TNC. Let's put back right about the water away from Ace. The Wraith King is trapped between the battle will not be enough. Right, the last man stand. Ups his drums. Bryce a retreat. Be a firefly and a boot to travel away will get him to safety. But that's NIP what they've got. A swift buyback, beautiful initiation from Dagger, and a great team fight.
That's been on point, you know. In the case of TNC, they're more consistent and about the easier initiation. But if you get amazing burst like the one Saxa has been getting, you know, Earthshaker, right? He's been getting fantastic initiations. Those epicenters also pretty important. He went for the villain. He was a super, so he still deals a considerable amount of damage. And we have NIP with a slight 4k lead, but executing their plan as they plan to. All the tier 2s fallen, and hoping to look for the shot into those tiers. Let's see if they're able to do so. TNC currently guard Sean with their life, and an Earthshaker has an X-Slam ready to be used if they do see NIP going into that pit. For now, NIP will just fall.
Yeah, we saw exactly what you talked about earlier on. The Night Stalk only go with that stuff. Even like, you know, 1-2 seconds. Can't blink, can't echo. Tim's completely worthless. in that fight, even with the freshly purchased Blink Dagger. So his positioning now, even more crisp, even cleaner. He has to find the little pockets where he can stay out of vision. So dewarding and rewarding for you and Tim, prime objective right now. Give them vision so they can team fight properly. They need that Gecko's in a fight, no doubt about it. If you don't have control and damage from the Echo Cloud, you are lacking here as TNC.
I'm gonna sneak in the Roshan now. TNC is the only one to go for now. He's like, yep, they're definitely in there. But there's a dark possession used. Tab that cuts some of the vision from TNC, which means NIP will get a free Aegis immediately smoke up. TNC, they got them. Just maybe they stopped carrying Roshan. They were too far off anyway to respond. And they will find AU out of position here. Silenced up and killed off. 3-3 going into death as Bell is forced to BKB TP. That's his 10-second BKB lost in a simple, that's BKB, sorry, simple TP.
And he's going Maelstrom, yeah. I think this is the build. Midas BKB Maelstrom, what I said earlier on. With that going the Radiance, you see a bit of AoE damage
Radiant's
there.
bottom tower is
The
under
magic
attack.
damage from Arlo as well. So maybe an Assault Cuirass comes next for DK after the Maelstrom. Potentially finish off the Mjolnir, but we'll find out. Direction he goes. The Wraith King is also lining up BKB for himself.
Five seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
DPD did one, then No-Tail did one. Goodness. Been poisoned.
VG Gaming's turn to ban.
Heard it here first.
Dire team ban. VG Gaming's turn to ban. Dire team ban. VG Gaming's turn to ban.
You ready to roll, partner?
Dire
Partner?
team VG Gaming's
Cool, let's go.
turn to
Hello and welcome back to the Epicenter Major. My name is Nomad. Joining me is Mo Farah as we get into this group. It is Group C over here. We are in the upper bracket and it is V-Cheat Gaming versus Alliance. The winner of this will win the top seed of the group and find themselves in the upper bracket without having to play any more Dota today. The loser that will be forced to go down to the decider where they could risk being knocked down to those violent lower bracket games where things get down to a best of one, or they can still make it through to the upper bracket if they win that decider, but that will give them the second seed, therefore a slightly harder matchup when it comes to the playoffs. So, Alliance, game number one, we didn't really see the Alliance we wanted to see. There wasn't much fight in them, unfortunately. I mean, VG Gaming playing a very, very mechanical game. They really did just lay the smack down, and Alliance a little bit experimental with their draft, maybe, so let's see if they can tighten things up this time around.
Something
10 seconds remaining.
back and forth. Surprised to see Vici pick up the Rubik though again.
5 seconds remaining.
Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy last game, Fade. I like that they've gone for something different though with the... I think when you come into a best of three like this, you obviously have strats that you've done in your scrims and stuff before. You just try something different. So go from the off. But Vici,
Yeah, I mean,
on the
Oracle...
they go back.
Yeah, true. They just stick with it. But yeah, Oracle was actually banned last time, so I'm not really surprised to see them taking it up immediately. Like, if they have the option to go for the Oracle, they always will, because this is a great hero for Alliance. And they get the bats, so VG Gaming really living through kind of a lot here as Alliance decide to ban out the Warlock, the Nick Assassin, and the Darkseer instead. Yeah, prioritizing Grimstroke over Oracle and Batrider is kind of surprising to me. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining. VG Gaming's turn to ban.
Yeah, your options are really open, I think, for the core position in tri-lanes. Most of the time, there's very few heroes which don't work in tri-lanes when it comes to carries.
5 seconds remaining.
Only those which want to get solo XP, and therefore they don't really work in dual lanes either.
Team ban.
So the Troll Warlord banned out along with the Baden. Yeah, I think it's an option. Yeah, I think Alliance might ban it though. They've banned the
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. We've seen it before, but yeah, you're right. As a duo, that feels poo. I think Vici Gaming have played a fair amount of Legion Commander as well in the past. Not recently, but it's another option for purging off that Bat Rider ultimate.
Vici
Yeah.
Gaming's turn to ban.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Well, what are both? I mean, Vici Gaming, they've already qualified, haven't they? For TI. Yeah. So, yeah, they're pretty high up. Alliance, meanwhile, they're in these kind of group of teams which are on the edge. You know, they need to find a good result in this tournament, otherwise they're gone. Nice start by beating VP. It's a weird one. They need Gambit not to do as well. I think they can finish top 8 if they score above Gambit or something like that. But yeah, if they don't, then they need to go into the top 6.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't want to see that again. Morphling, let's go. Oh, what? Oh, crap. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, but what Mickey hero? Let's focus up on Mickey. That's Koikva. I think you just take Ember, don't you? That's very important, yeah. That elemental down. Oh wait, they got rid of that. Thank God. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, that was interesting. If I feel like either they were already considering Silencer and then they picked Magnus and they were just like, well, there we go, definitely a good Silencer game, or they already knew that Alliance were thinking if they ever picked up Magnus and they already had it written down like Magnus equals Silencer, go, easy game.
10 seconds remaining.
It is.
5 seconds remaining.
Yep. Yeah, this is really fantastic. I'm a little bit scared. I wouldn't hate it. Yeah, I feel like that it's where this is going, isn't it? Either PA, maybe Jug again. Oh, I don't want it. I don't want to see the Jug. Anti-mage? Anti-mage is... yeah. Yeah. Alrighty, I'll take that. Can I make a key criticism of VG Gaming right now? Crop your banner, guys. Come on. Like, it's 2019, you know, you're a multi-million-dollar organization. Just employ someone to come in and crop that banner. I mean,
seconds remaining.
Goodness me. Yeah, that
5
is
seconds remaining.
does not look good. Anyway.
Dire team back.
Yeah, no, definitely need some magic damage coming out from this team right now in Alliance. I feel like, yeah, the Ember's a good ban from Vici Gaming. Maybe Lena or something like that, though it does feel pretty bad versus all this catch they've got. They've got the Centaur ulti. Yeah, the puck might be good for them. Same way Vici used it last game. Yeah, again, that's the thing. Like, all these like high mobility, high magic damage heroes are just super countered by Rubik and Sansa.
Dire team pick.
I did want to see it. Yeah, neither of us seeing our heroes. No Tree, no Lesh. Very sad.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, no, that could work really well.
VG Gaming's turn to...
You don't know your matchup though. They're going for the Timber. Goodness. Okay. And, you know, it's really, really easy to analyze Timbersaw when he gets picked. I've learned from countless panels where you literally just count the amount of strength cores they have. And right now, they've got 2, so it's a great Timbersaw pick. Good job, everybody. Not a perfect Timbersaw pick. We'll see soon, but yeah. Right.
Choose your hero.
Is this a, oh dear OD? Yeah. Is this... And the most important thing, which is the synergy between Silencer and OD, where Silencer takes their int, and then OD does more damage with his ultimate. Just so intelligent. Yeah, I won't blame you for not getting that one. It's a bit above you, but I'm here. I've got it. No problems.
Oh, this guy has no children.
Exactly, I'm up in the sky with these masterminds of Dota, VG Gaming, and Alliance. Alrighty, game number 2. What are we thinking about these drafts, Mo? So I've got to say, I think this OD is looking mighty scary, and an Ori OD is not something you want to fuck with. Do you like this Batrider set? No, you can't, can you? Just a giant drill hammer in the way. What a shame. Yeah, I kind of, with the OD, that's kind of what I expected. Indeed. Not bad, not bad. Not a very good. Oh, it's Zania for 89 and 77. I've seen better. I've seen better. Alright, let's get into it. Game number 2 in this best of 3 series. It is Vici Gaming versus Alliance here at the EPICENTER major group stages. The winner of this match will be going through to the upper bracket. The loser will be going down to the decider. Well, not loser of this match, but the loser of this series. So still potentially another game to come if Alliance can take the victory. But I think we're both favoring this Vici Gaming draft pretty heavily right now. Easy to bet on these guys. They've been playing so well. And will they be able to put enough pressure onto Mickey with this Magnus? No. It's a lot of pressure on Centaur to make things happen this game, and the last game he certainly did deliver on Yang. Took him a little bit of time. Don't forget, he had a pretty rough phase throughout the kind of 10 to 15 minute mark where he kept trying to go for ganks and couldn't really find them, but now might be the opportunity to do that. Silencer starting out with the glaives as well, so that's a little bit interesting, but I guess because they've seen that Quake was on the Batrider, they know he's going to be not laning versus the bat, so you just go for the glaives, the harass damage instead. You don't have to worry about having to stop him casting spells. Also, the pure damage is it pure damage or magical? I can't remember. Yeah, it's pure. I should never doubt myself. So yeah, that's pretty good versus a Timbersaw.
You should have seen that coming, but you didn't.
Don't know, but I'm not going to doubt him. Done that before. Is he looking for the lane rotation, I think? And he's actually caught Tiger here and actually stopping him from walking over to the other lane. That is fairly heads-up play from him. Yeah. Tiger's like, I'm just going to go up this Tiger. Oh. Is he okay? It's... No, that's a last hit spell only. Hold. Yep. God, Fade's got to have the highest DPS in the game right now. He's just smashing pills. Spent the entire game right-clicking heroes. Feels pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, just chasing around these melee heroes all around the jungle. It's kind of scattered right now. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, it is Mickey and Insania versus Yang up here as the Centaur does his best to lane up. Should lose the lane, but we'll see how much he can get from it, obviously, in a duel versus solo situation. That is what we believe. No, especially double stout shield, by the way. Yep. Ooh, should the double stout shield protect him against daggers? Cool. Very valued then. I'm impressed. Nice job. And down the bottom lane, of course, Paparazzi just going to be farming up again this lifesteal. It was so scary last game. I'm almost surprised that Alliance have found themselves in the situation again where they're against this hero and they can't really challenge him in lane either, so we know he's going to have a good start. We know he's probably going to find decent timing on that Midas. But still, this time they have the kind of the most important thing in this game, I would say, is this PA, right? Like if both teams are just going to be staring at Mickey the entire game, and if there's ever a play... Oh my god. Fade. Jesus. No chill from the low ground there. You could say that. You could also say he's had 4 CS and is being bullied pretty heavily. Full half a level, nearly a full level in fact, behind the last dealer at this stage. So, yeah, Boxy being taken to Paying Town by Silencer. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I look at this lane and I go, okay, well, if they trade even, then this is Ori's having a wonderful time. He's on the Radiant side. He's going to be taking advantage of that Radiant camp, so it's a real challenge. Just so many problems which seem to be potentially popping up for Alliance.
Dire structures are fortified.
Mine, yeah!
Yeah. He's having a fantastic start to the game, yeah, as Boxy unable to really get in. The Silencer pick really doing work, even for the hero which was picked after the Silencer came up. One thing I do want to say about the Yang up in the top lane as well. So Boxy seems to be okay, but Yang, well, they're actually trying to turn this one around. Oh, the lift cancels out the skewer, and Yang turning it around. They've got more than enough damage to take him down. Vici Gaming get the turnaround kill onto Tiger. Goodness. That was a hero rotating, like, I mean, I know it's tri-lane, but still 3 heroes up here, and they managed to take a kill for Vici Gaming instead. That is really, really costly, and great first blood for Vici Gaming. Oh no. Every single rune, every single bounty.
Dire are scanning.
No, this is not going towards the game plan right now. Might have to return to the whiteboard for Alliance right now, but what else can they do? Boxy going to TP over to the shrine, trying to be as efficient as possible. Well, Ori just on top of the Batrider right now. He's going for him. He's pretty excited, but yeah, there's heroes coming in. Tiger and Fade both making their way up from this one, and with the lift, that will force back the Alliance. Damn, a Batrider with a haste rune. I mean, this one is one of those runes which is often considered like a free kill rune for Batrider. True. And now that haste runs out, and DY's on top of him. That curse does indeed come out. Tiger's going to have to help out Quakefer somehow here, but Quakefer, he's just being run down. DY, he's just chasing him. Quakefer trying to juke through the trees. Gets 1. 2 more hits will probably be needed, and there comes that south, and they're looking to maybe turn this one around. Where are the TPs for Alliance right now? Nobody's coming in for this one. They're just going to try and do it with the 2-man. Quakefer turning in, but it was smart timing, getting brought down so low. There's so much damage. DY should be the first one to fall, though. It's finally the Silencer is put to sleep, and now they look towards Fade as well. The fire's on top of him. Quakefer does need to be a little bit careful, but he kind of knows that once that Fade bolt is down, there's very little which Ruby can do. The hero spells are very, very long cooldown, though. Tiger pushes him away a little bit there. Yeah, the TP potential is actually now real, but I think there's going to be too much damage coming out of the Batrider, so down goes Fade as well. Alliance, it's a slow one. It's a very slow skirmish, but eventually it does go in their favor, those sticky napalm stacks. I mean, I guess OD was farming in the meantime. He picked up a double damage rune, but yeah, definitely a nice situation for Alliance to be in. Yeah, this is a lot of heroes down here. I feel like Boxy is, well, I feel like he's dead. Thank you. Yeah, worked hard on that one. Well, are they? They're firing spells at Yang, and Yang is just absorbing like a sponge absorbed water. Yeah, Quakefer, let's see something. Yang could be in some trouble. The rotation's coming in. They're jumping on top. He's used the stomp. Koikfa is here. He's got the lasso. Gonna throw it out immediately, and this should put an end to Yang. The successful rotation from Koikfa to start off his roaming life. Or he did TP in, but just a little bit too late. Yeah. Just about to hit 4,000 net worth pre 10 minutes. Always a pretty good point to hit. And with his Midas coming out to him sometime soon as well. It's a good day to be stealing some lives. Boxy can't really do anything to this guy right now. Never has been able to. I mean, he's so far behind at this stage. Just doesn't really have any items. Boots of speed. And that's about all Boxy has.
Dire's middle tower.
Tiger's actually already 970 gold into that Blink Dagger as well, which is not too bad for him, but up in the top lane there's constant fighting going on, but Yang has just been allowed to sit up here. Like, these two heroes can't force him off the lane, so Yang is really having a nice time. He'll take it. Yeah. Yeah, they're really trying to set up Mickey for the best game possible. All chips are going into Mickey right now. And I feel like that's a right choice from Alliance, but it obviously doesn't come without its risks. And Koikfa been farming the enemy jungle and not actually positioned for the bounty rune, so Alliance are able to take one bounty rune as Boxy comes through, and they've actually left this one here. No one's going for that right now. Oh no, Vici Gaming. They've seen that they need to defend this one, but Koikfa's come in, the TP to Pond, but the Stampede comes out, the damage coming through it as well. The Magic Resist does help out a little bit, but the Orbs, they're chasing him down. Koikfa somehow still alive, being healed up. The Bottle coming out as well. They've actually taken down Faye in the backline. They're going on to DY now as well. Alliance might have just found this one, but Satis comes down, but DY is dead, and I think Ori needs to get himself out of this one. Meanwhile, Centaur has just been farming the entire time. No, I'm kidding. He was in the fight, but now he's trying to get himself away. Mickey trying to chase down Ori. The damage coming through, trying to keep his distance from the Centaur. Doesn't want to get stunned up, trying to play it around nicely here as the root is going to come, but nice dodge out. Yang trying to find a stun, but Alliance, they're just scattering around him right now, and beautiful stun coming back, throwing the skewer. Ori in a bad position. He will be finished off in the tree lines there as a crit comes through from Mickey. That is 3 kills in quick succession for him, making it number 4 now as he chasing down Yang, but with DY respawning and all the other sports joining up as well, Alliance will have to back themselves away and chill out just a little bit, but they're going to be very happy with the overextension Vici made. Classic, isn't it? They could not resist the stacks. Kids in a candy store. I think Centaur did manage to take a few of them, but yeah, this dude has had so much space, he's pretty much visiting Pluto. Not a planet, by the way. Rest in peace.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh, well, I missed it. Wait, where is he? Alright, well. Yeah, no, I doubt I'll be using it again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, there's the green chakra. There we go. That's what we were waiting for. Beautiful. Yes, yeah. This is what happens when you get nomad camera work.
Structures are fortified.
Easily distracted. So yeah, I mean, despite the huge engagement we had, which Alliance definitely were the victors in, I think most engagement actually Alliance have been winning so far. Only 2 kills from the side of EG Gaming, but they don't feel that far ahead, and they're going to go for a fight here, but DY's in the trees just chasing back Insania. In comes the Timbersaw, though he's on top of Ori, doing a lot of damage right now. The Global Sun's going to use with a Stampede to turn this one around. VG Gaming looking to fight this one. The lift come back onto the Barret Rider, throwing him back into everybody right now, but he's going to lasso if he wants to use it, but DY's just chasing down Insania, and there comes Lasso out, dragging him into the fire and the flames, and the team say, no thank you, DY. You're in too deep, and we are unfortunately going to leave you to die to the hand of Alliance. So again, Alliance, you know, this was Global Silence, and this was Stampede being being used, and they didn't get anything. But meanwhile, Paparazzi, he's got his he's got his earbuds in. He's listening to his favorite songs, just hitting stuff in the bottom lane.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Do I? That's no place to keep your silencer. And they're just pinging out desperately. They're like, yeah, they what else would a silencer be doing in here? Was he trying to visit our shrine? I really don't think so. He's probably placing a ward. Yeah, that's what I was just about to comment on. Is and as well, not having to go for that Battle Fury is absolute delight for the Phantom Assassin. She can go straight in for a Manta, try and purge off some of the stuff which Vici are throwing away, get a bunch of damage coming down, and just farm as quickly as possible with Tiger just free to follow him around and keep empowering him up. Like he'll farm faster. I mean, we're already seeing it. He'll farm faster than Lifesteal does with the Midas. That is a guarantee.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Things not looking too bad for Alliance right now. Oh, Timber. Ooh, Timber. He's slowly losing his mana inside that Astral, though. He's just running forwards right now. It's a Batrider coming in with Boots of Travel. They're trying to jump onto Fade right now. And Fade, his health is disappearing, but a beautiful Timber chain so far away. See you later, boys. I'm out of here. Very cute. Yeah, I was gonna say that was like it's a long chain, but you know, not about how long your chains are, it's about how you use them. Look at him go again, he goes flying forwards onto Tiger, and that is a Magnus made extinct as the Stampede being used to secure the bounty, I think. Alright. Okay. Dual purpose Stampedes, nice. Love the efficiency. Yeah. No, especially on the kamikaze warding missions he's been going on. Lions gathering up around this middle lane here, might be looking for something. Tiger still waiting for his Blink Dagger, but he's made absolutely no progress to it. Oh, I think he bought the Arcane Boots when he had Brown Boots before, so... Waiting and waiting. Oh, Mickey, he's in a real bad position right now. Went for some greedy farm with the TPs coming in. I think it's going to put an end to this BA's life very quickly. Go for the quick loan to DY with Mats coming out as well, but it's not going to be enough to keep Mickey alive. They do throw down the Sanity's Eclipse, but that was just awfully greedy. Sweet. Yeah, more damage for the OD's ulti. How much does it do per was it like the indifference? Yeah. So each time at max level, each time. Wait, I don't want to embarrass myself with some bad maths here. But that's 20 damage. All right, nice. Yeah, I don't know if they can't. I mean, they've got to be scared of the ultimates, of course, but at the same time, if they've used their ultimates to defend and attack from Timbersaw and Batrider, then that means they're not using their ults to go and kill your Phantom Assassin, which ultimately is a goal for Alliance right now. I think, yeah, I think they need to be taking some steps. Ooh, spicy burns.
are scanning.
No, they decide they want something else. They want to see if a PA unwittingly walks into them again. Take your bets now, chat. 1 if you think that the PA is going to walk into the enemy team. 2 if you think she's going to be absolutely safe. Looking like the 2's coming out with it this time around as Vici Gaming making their way towards the bottom lane. They just say, I was fully expecting them to walk up onto the high ground right now, but there we go. Here we go. Okay, but they're a little bit too late. They've already been missing from the map long enough for Mickey to realize that they're probably hunting him right now, so away he goes. But this is what I mean, right? Like, because the Batrider and the Timbersaw haven't been trying to make any plays, all the supports either, you know, I mean, I guess Tiger's got to follow around the PA, but still. They're allowed to smoke. They're allowed to go for aggressive plays. They've got all their ultimates off cooldown, so they're feeling in a really good position to fight right now and still trying to take control of this part of the map. But Quaker's actually coming into this one. DY is on the global side, so if he wants to throw it down, doesn't want to use it so far as the Aso comes out, and that's a great RP! Tiger on top of 3 right now as they're trying to fight this one up, but the Stampede is coming in from behind. The damage is coming through. Mickey's joining in this fight, but immediately getting stomped up, and that's a stolen reverse polarity. Holding still the Phantom Assassin, and there's Asati's Eclipse ripping through Mickey. He is no more, and Sanya being run down as well. This is VG Gaming's fight. Boxy trying to get himself away, but there is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Chinese are here, and they are taking the lives of Alliance one by one. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, the follow-up was not there, and being so patient on the global silence. So patient, like, the lifesteal's being dragged away in the lasso, and he was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna wait, and he just kept, you know, really smart by DY just to not be too trigger happy on that one, and one of the reasons why they won that fight. Meanwhile, Alliance probably... What's up? Yeah, if the PA's not there, it's very hard. I think he was rage through it as well. Batrider. It's yeah. It's a quickie. It's getting reminiscent of last game. The moment Vici Gaming start to feel they have an advantage, they just get their gloves on and they just start chasing Alliance around the map. Okay for the time being, and he's gonna have a 2 centimeter long timber chain, but the Astral comes out. They might actually be able to grab this one as Tiger comes in, but no, not quick enough as the blink comes through, and now they actually use the Stampede. They want to go for this fight right now. Mickey's looking really low on the front lines, but in comes a false promise, but she just has to run. Mickey needs to get himself away, but Paparazzi's still chasing with a stomp there as well. I don't think the false promise is gonna save him, and Sanya gets casually picked off the backlines. Mickey's still alive somehow, but Paparazzi trying to make sure that's not the case, but Mickey's still on the run up onto the high ground. They're still chasing, but now they might look to punish as Faye jumps in. He gets the Faye bottom, brings down Mickey, and now with the lasso out onto the Rubik, they're trying to bring him down, but Paparazzi just inhabiting this the wrong base. Faye's still fighting, he's got the Shagram, he's trying to bring down Koifa, but finally Tiger puts an end to his bullshit, but still, it's a pretty big fight for VG Gaming. They pick off 3 huge heroes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, didn't care. Run him. Oh, yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Getting strong. Alliance in a tricky-dicky situation right now, once again. Not where they planned on being in this game. They still have the comeback potential of this Phantom Assassin this time around, which they didn't have last game, and a much better start to the game than last game, but still, now with that 7k gold deficit, they're gonna start gunning a bit sweaty in a game of chance. And where's this Timbersaw been? I feel like Boxy's game impact has been little to none.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
VG Gaming once again just stalking forwards here. Paparazzi is fairly confident that if they do grab him, no matter what they throw at him, he's going to be absolutely peachy. So not afraid to just walk up onto the high ground, even with his team a little bit further behind him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, she's got the BKB, like, the possibility for a fight is real from Alliance. This, you know, we talk a lot about how, oh yeah, it's great, Leslie's not going to die to PA, but everybody else is. Like, there's no one else who's going to survive except for the Centaur to a PA onslaught. So that has to be something which VG Gaming are very cognizant about. No. Yeah, part of me feels like I would have liked to see the deaths on the Phantom Assassin in this game, just as something to basically just run it. I know it makes you super vulnerable to the silencer, so you can't do it, but that's a great lasso. Can they get the damage out in time to go the silencer out? But it doesn't matter. Ori taken down. He just gets his curry spiced there. Ooh, the turnaround kill. So VG Gaming do the old do-si-do, but actually DY, that is not the way he wants to go. He's running into the wrong team right now. The blast comes through following Mika. Yeah, look at it. He doesn't care. Kill me now, guys. Himself away, but in they go with the RP. It's onto 2, but where's the follow-up damage? Mika, he's not doing enough right now. The Crimson Guard is doing so much work. Quickfoot just sitting on top of DY. Alright, we'll take that kill instead. He finally runs out his luck. But I think he knew that was going to happen all the time, so they'll look towards its middle tower right now. Alliance get a little bit. I wouldn't say a lot. But losing Box isn't really that big of a deal right now. Like, he has no money, he has very little game impact. I kind of feel like Alliance going to be very happy with how this one's been going down so far, and Mickey just the man of the hour. The man of the minute, maybe. Maybe not man of the hour right yet. Oh, they're jumping in though, they're looking for the retaliation, and Sania's gonna throw in the false promise, and Mickey actually wants to fight this one. He's not scared, but with Ori coming back, I'm not sure this is the best idea, but there's a TP coming in from Koikfer as well. They're trying to kill the creep, so the Fortify comes out to make sure he finishes the TP, and now on top of Yang. Yang getting low, and he's gonna be brought down. Another look for Paparazzi as well, the jumping forward with PA. She's doing so much damage. Paparazzi, he's getting low, but he turns around, he's got the range to the open wounds with his hands. He's going to bring down Mickey. The turnaround for VG Gaming, it is coming through. The Lions, do they really want to try and save Boxy right now? I don't think you can, and he will fall, and VG Gaming finally get the victory here. They just keep on fighting. The battles do not end, and finally it swings in VG Gaming's favor. And now they can maybe look towards Roshan. The pings are coming out, and Yang is going to get this party started, I think. Or he's going to stand and stare at him. Whatever, dude. Just kill my flow, Yang. Whatever, man.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It is. Oh, they're going to be ready. They're going to be raring. They're going to have their belts tied tight and their bandanas on their heads. You don't want to know. Yeah, don't ask that question. Yeah, I like what Koik's been doing down here, just pushing out the lane, playing a dangerous part of the map, but making sure that VG Gaming can't immediately focus on objectives. But then again, what objectives do they have to take? Like, there's only the bottom lane left. And they're actually picking out Yang right now. Alliance showing a bit of life. I mean, there's no OD in this situation, so they're going to have to force a stampede. But immediate Yules comes out, Koik's on top. He's got the lasso, but the silence comes out. Now they just turn around and blow up the Batrider immediately. And Boxy going down as well. Paparazzi, he's got too much damage. Mickey, he's got to be careful, but he's got a lot of defensive capabilities here, so he should be okay, especially with Insania backing him up as well. The buyback comes in from Boxy. Hello? That's an interesting one. He TPs to the shrine nearby. Yeah, this isn't going to stop him. He's a lifestealer with an Aegis. He's got no worries at all. Yeah, they don't want to be in that situation again, but have they learned from the last game? Did they have a chance to stop and think about their last game and say, what did we do wrong? What can we do differently next time? Because next time, it is here. It is on their doorstep. The time to step up to the plate for Alliance is now. 11k gold behind. It would be a hell of a comeback. forwards, lift up, throwing back to Magnus. They've actually got more than enough damage to tear him down, but Mickey's actually turning up into this fight. He's got the BKB going, he's trying to bring down Faye, but Faye's got an A on this. What? He just got it delivered. How do you see that coming? Oh my god, that is unfortunate. And now VG Gaming, or very unfortunate if you're a VG Gaming fan, as saying, he purchased off the open wounds almost immediately, but now with the stomp on top of him as well, he's not getting away from that one. Tiger didn't want to commit the RP to that one, so just tries to shove him away, but unfortunately it's not enough, and Mickey will do some extra damage, but in comes Society! Mickey dropping low, doesn't have that BKB anymore, as the last two has to be used, and now the RP holding OG still. Mickey's going into this one, but that was a very risky jump with Paparazzi. He doesn't care, he's got the Aegis, he's gonna dive the tier 4s. PA doesn't have buyback, can't come back into this fight. Yang, DY, Fade, they're all into the enemy base right now, as Paparazzi just chasing heroes through their own base. Boxy goes down, and everybody else falls back to the fountain. The Magnus and the Batrider do survive after Tiger buys back, but unfortunately, all the three heroes are all dead. Oracle now respawning, but unfortunately, VG Gaming are already ripping through this tower. What fights are coming out from them? So aggressive. Like, they're just going under tier 4s. They don't even care. Their advantage isn't that huge where they can dive the base right now, but it certainly feels like it is. Now Batrider comes into the one and just immediately eliminated. They're trying to find some kind of entry to that. Maybe some kind of opening for a skewer. I don't even know. But unfortunately, Koikba does end up losing his life.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's been convincing. It has been convincing.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks.
Two barracks down. Alliance to say they're on the back foot would be a bit of an under exaggeration. They are on the back of everything. Hands, feet. It's always best not to. You know this by now. Mickey just critting through some creeps. I mean, yeah, Mickey does have a ton of damage to give, but if you use that BKB too early, then it's just never going to be seen. They did kill the OD, but yeah. They're going in deep, they're going for Boxy right now. Stampede being used as they look for the Timbersaw, but he's managed to get this in the chain away. He's got another one available in 1 second. Can he make it up to the high ground? No, he cannot. I like the play, clear the trees, try and make yourself a path up onto the high ground, but unfortunately VG Gaming are on top of him. And they bring down that Timber. Boxy takes another full 40 seconds without that Timbersaw.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Well, he does this. He tears DY a new one. And now Yang jumping in straight away, tries to man dodge it, doesn't quite well, falls up onto the high ground. Now the Global Silence comes down onto the PA, just taking her down as Paparazzi ripping through her defenses. She pops a BKB just to keep herself alive, keeping to the distance, doesn't want to run away from this fight, and actually getting salved up by Insania. Nino. Ooh, jumping in with the Infest Bomb as well. They've got Koik with the false promise, so we're going to maybe keep him alive for a little bit longer, but I think he's already sustained far too much, and now they can look towards Insania as well, but the 4 starts away. Alliance doing a good job in keeping people alive until Koik just implodes from the amount of damage he took, and now without that Batrider, this bottom tier 2 will be falling, but they're just looking for the kills right now. They're looking for Mickey. Oh my god, the damage coming through from the Sanity's Eclipse! It just puts an end to Alliance's entire game! The GG comes out, they weren't ready for that. Down goes the Phantom Assassin, and down goes any chances Alliance had of coming back into this one. It is going to be a 2-0 for VG Gaming. Alliance will have to battle through the decider match, with VG Gaming playing absolutely phenomenally. If you didn't think this team were looking pretty damn hot coming into this one, then you certainly think that now, because VG Gaming, I mean, mechanical. Really nice.